Good evening. I am here. It is 12:26 on Thursday, October 16th. Happy Pokemon Legends ZA Day, everyone. The new game is out digitally. People are getting their physical copies today. So will I. I will hopefully be streaming this tomorrow night and Friday night. Hey, V2A Ephraim. How about doing? Unova Best Region. Unova was definitely up there. I was apprehensive about it when Black and White first came out, but once I got used to the region, I really liked it. Black 2 and White 2 especially. I love the version of Unova in those games. How y'all doing? I'm here. So last night we finished Visions of Mana up to 99%. I didn't do the Elemental Aries, but whatever. So I'm considering confirming Hoenn for your channel. Nice. I've only streamed Gen 1, Gen 4, and Gen 9. Gen 9, yeah. This is Gen 9. You had to convince me to get the game. You had to convince me to get Black 2 and White 2. Because originally I was considering skipping them. But then I found out, oh, it's like a whole sequel. So I'm going to go ahead with it. I'm returning to Pokemon Scarlet after a very long absence. The last part of this was when the Pecharunt DLC came out back in the beginning of 2024. So it's been a while. It's been a year, almost 2 years. And as I just said, today, Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out. So I wanted to do what I've promised I would do for a long time. I'm doing one last return to this game. There are a bunch of legendaries I can catch. In fact, I actually have I can get all of the legendaries that are available in the game now. And I wasn't given the Pokemon, but I was allowed to fill out the Pokedex, so I haven't gotten the reward for that. So I have the complete, DLC Pokedex done. And, otherwise this is just going to kind of be like a Switch 2 showcase of this game, because this game did get an update when the Switch 2 dropped earlier this year. The game runs incredibly well now. It's almost uncomfortable because the game still doesn't look very good, but it runs at like a constant 60 frames. There's way more Pokemon on the screen at once, and the loading times are like non-existent. It's cool. And it's a neat way. It definitely makes the game feel fresh, but it still looks weird. But anyway, let's jump into it. It has been far too long. Also, I did not have my monitor on. That would help. So yeah, right away, if you're watching this on good quality, you'll notice this frame rate is buttery smooth. Yes, the Switch. If you play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2, the game's performance is incredibly improved. Like it's a solid 60 with very, very few drops. So if you remember, at the end of the DLC we got the ability to fly, so we could just do that. Change it back, it's weird. Oh, it gets weirder. Watch this. So the original game, you get maybe like 10, 15 Pokemon around you at a time. Like, look how many are on screen at once here. There's like 5 over there. There's 7 right there. There's 6 over here. 1 over there. Not even on screen, just in the area, spawned in at once. Normally, you would not get this many in a single area. It's actually way more noticeable if I go to like... I actually forgot how to fast travel in this game. Camera looks sensitive now, but holy cow, yeah. It's neat. You can watch, like, look how fast that was. The game definitely did not load that fast previously. It does make shiny hunting a little harder because there's so many fucking Pokemon on the screen at once, it's kind of hard to see them all. It also makes it very easy to get, like, chain battled if you get, like, hit by a bunch of characters at the same, or Pokemon at the same time. So, frame rates are fixed. Like, you can see the windmill over in Artisan now actually spins instead of being like a 2-frame. Yeah, look how many Pokemon are here. This is ridiculous how many are spawned in at once. I don't think it causes any performance issues when playing with other people, but I'm also not sure. I like it, but I also don't like it. What even? Hey, what? This is on Switch 2, yes. What is that? It's a flittle. Also, what's glowing on my... Did you add something to Twitch? A watch streak? No? That might just be something that Twitch added. I know Twitch added a rewind feature recently. Wish this had horde battles. This is the perfect chance for them. Yeah. Especially with ZA being back in Kalos. Obviously, there's still some pop-in. It's still a little weird. It's not perfect. They can't change the entire game engine. But, you know, it is what it is. They've had watch streaks for a while, really. Hey, Derek, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Hashtag so super such program. Were you playing Mega Man Battle Network? So super such programs. Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Michael Macaw. I'm a gold member over at GVG. I'm also a variety streamer and PNG tuber. Tonight I am revisiting Pokemon Scarlet before ZA comes out. I see it on Desert Stream, but now it's on yours. It's new, so I wonder if it's optional. I didn't enable anything. That's just there now. So yeah, it's neat. Some nice quality of life stuff. I've definitely played the game quite a bit more. Like, I've shiny hunted a bunch over the last couple months, just because playing this on the Switch 2 is like so much better. It's just such a smooth experience. I got a bunch of shiny. I don't know when I started collecting these shinies, but like I got shiny Porygon 2. When did I get that? Like when was the date on this? 6/7. Okay, so these are from when the Switch 2 came out and on. 6/7. Cryogonal. That was a complete accident. I just found that one by chance. A Larvitar. Wait, is that shiny? Yeah, it is. Veluza, that one was by accident. I got that while I was looking for Dondozo. Shiny Dratini. Strevis. That I got in a trade, apparently. Yeah, there's my shiny Dondozo, my big boy. Watch streak sharing was recently added to everyone. It's optional and on by default. Cool. Thank you, Burnin' the Blues. I got 2 of the 3 shiny Tatsugiri. I finally got a shiny Lucario. Oh, wait, no, that's a gift Lucario. Okay, I don't know where that came from. These were an event, the shiny Destruction ones. Everyone has those now if they have the game. Did I get any others that were, like, just randomly? Yeah, I think I got this randomly recently. Nope, that was 12/28/23. But yeah, I did some shiny hunting. Just for the hell of it. Anyway, so we're gonna do a couple things tonight for this send-off. First and foremost, we're gonna go back to Unova. Watch how quick. So originally, you know, when this DLC was on Switch 1, this took like 20 to 30 seconds to fly to. Watch how quick it is on Switch 2. That's less than 5 seconds. It's incredible. Like this, it makes this game feel new just by improving the load times. On a similar note, Mario and Luigi Brothership also greatly is enhanced with the faster loading times on the Switch 2. Not saying it fixes the pacing issues in the game, but it definitely cuts back hours of loading time. Like the battles take no time at all to load into now. Mind you, when you first got an SSD, I only just got an SSD for my computer this year, and it kind of doesn't. It kind of don't notice a difference because I've only been using it to load up games that need it, like FF7 Rebirth. Anyway, if you remember this guy, by doing missions inside Blueberry Academy, he would give you snacks to catch legendary Pokemon. Now, there's a set amount. Hey, Ayla, you woke up back up on time. Nice. Now, there's a set amount that you could get per version. Like, there's a set list of them per version. However, if you do group missions, which I did with Soma, who's sometimes here in chat, as well as our friends Mandy and Merc. Merc with a U, not Merc with an E. That's sometimes in chat. You get more points to then unlock the other version's legendaries. So now I have enough to get every single legendary from both. And I think I've only caught like 2 total so far. So we're going to be getting a lot tonight. Now let's see if you've been chipping away at those BBQs or not, Michael. Heavens to Betsy, you've gone and completed a group quest. I don't remember the again, it's been a year and a half. I don't remember what voice I've given this guy. Ugh. I'd say you've earned yourself one of my special snacks, Michael. Obtain the Zekrom treat. There's a Zekrom treat. You know Zekrom, frightfully rare, that one. Not your run-of-the-mill Pokemon. Speaking of Zekrom, I do recall this one particular encounter when I was a younger feller. I'd set out from Mesa Goza, thinking I would walk all the way to Artisan from there. I was making fine progress when this great black shadow streaks across the sky to the east. I was consumed with curiosity, that's for sure, so I climbed real high to catch a better look. And wouldn't you know it, there was Zekrom. I stared it up like it had like a country lad seeing his first city, and it came down to land right near me. We watched one another for a time. I couldn't help but bask in how magnificent Zekrom is. He looks kind of like George Takei, yeah, a little bit. It loves that snack you have there, so you might just have a shot at meeting it too. You run into old Zekrom, be sure to give it my best. I'm just gonna skip the repeated dialogue here, but 2 group quests. QREM treat. There's a QREM treat. Speaking of QREM, I do recall this one particular encounter when I was a younger fella. I think I could skip all this up to this point. See, I was climbing up the snowy mountains when a terrible storm blew in, and I had no choice really but to hunker down in a cave underground. Don't even rightly know if I should call that place a cave. It was all soaring heights and wide passages, befuddling as any labyrinth too. I was having a grand time exploring its many nooks and crannies when the sheet of ice near me suddenly up and moved. Rubbed my eyes, not believing what I was seeing, once I realized it was no ice sheet. It was QREM right there in front of me. Who would believe it, right? Oh, Pokemon Champions has good selections for music. Really like how they're doing this unlocks the legendary battle music in PvP, yeah. I hope Champions has a lot of previous music as well. We're meeting a legendary Black Dragon by giving it a snack, yeah. 3 group quests. Necrozma treat. Problem is you can't see, they don't tell you where these are. You kind of have to, like, you have to take as hints. The items don't tell you if you click on them. I was sitting in the stream of one of Paldea's waterfalls, letting the pounding water cleanse my mind, when I looked up and saw Necrozma sat right up above, giving me the ugliest glare. I thought it'd be unwise of me not to stand my ground, so I squared up and roared as loud as the water. That had old Necrozma off like a shot. And it wasn't just Necrozma, either. The shout of mine set all the nearby Sawsbucks scattering, too, wouldn't you know it? It just loves that snack you have there, so you might just have a shot at me and blah, 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 blah. Meant to fight Necrozma yourself today, but end up being way too tired. Ooh. Hey, your friend, dummy. Whoa, Scarlet and Violet, I link up with you, HJ. I'm just catching Legendary. I'm finishing this up tonight. Like, this is just a return to before ZA comes out. Which, technically, it's out. It's out digitally. 4 group quests. I mean, Necrozma's, like, pissed off or something because we're taking the light from it, right? Or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to find out when Legends Alola happens in 2038. Terrakion treat. There's a Terrakion treat. Speaking of, it was just a regular day, and I was out doing a bit of my beloved rock climbing, as I want to do. I made it up quite high. When I turned around for a breath, I could just make out Cortando in the distance, off to the south. I was simply standing there, admiring the view, when next thing I knew, Terrakion had plonked down right beside me, right... I'm having a stroke. Perhaps it was simply loose ends. It sat with me for a time, and we ate some snacks together. It loves that snack you have there, so yeah, you know the drill. Iron Boulder treat. The Mahina Pia treat. Speaking of Lunala, I do recall this one particular encounter. I was on a fine sandy beach in Paldea, gazing out at the sun as it set into the sea. Looking at the sun really reminds you just how small you are as one person, you know? I was getting all sentimental as I watched the light slipping away. Hadn't yet disappeared when suddenly this great crescent moon bloomed before my eyes. It was only there for an instant, so it was hard to get a good look, but I'm sure that silhouette belonged to Lunala, or my name's not Snacksworth. So, in terms of the legendaries I've caught from this, I've only got, I think, I got Suicune on stream, and I got, Solgaleo. Solgaleo was on top of the Pokemon League, and Suicune was in the Big Lake area. But the rest of them I haven't gotten. Rayquaza, which Pokemon had to go out of their way at Worlds this year to clarify it is pronounced Rayquaza, not Rayquaza. And yeah, that called me the fuck out, because I always called it Rayquaza. I was doing a bit of mountain climbing, hauling myself up some mighty steep Paldean cliffs. When I made it up to the top, now that was the kind of sight a man lives for. I looked down over the edge into a sea of white mist, unbroken as far as the eye can see. There was something truly mystical about it all. And what came bursting right out of that dense fog but old Rayquaza, like a cork out of a bottle. I nearly fell down, I really fell back down the mountain in shock. It loves that snack you have there, so we might just about there. Has your Spanish-speaking ass saying, fuck you. Well, unfortunately, you have to take it up with the Pokemon Company. Still want to get shiny Rayquaza sometime because anime, yeah. We don't have time for all this dialogue. I do. I'm a voice actor. It's what I do. Terrakeon's probably the worst translation to 3D. I hope they never update that model. I still love how Heatran looks in 3D. I thought it was like a long-bodied, like, lizard, and it's actually just like a bean with long legs coming out of it. It's really funny looking. 7 group quests. I think there's 12 total. Cobalion. I was on one of my adventures in Paldea when Cobalion just pranced on down from a cliff. I was real flummoxed at first when it stopped right before me. Maybe it was just pausing to stare because my face looked so funny. Anyway, that old Cobalion started to stroll away, so I followed, and it led me to a famed waterfall. I tried to say thanks, but old Cobalion just dashed off into the bamboo grove. Cool as you please. I remember people saying, like, you really thought it looked different? I'm like, no, I thought Heatran was like a large Pokemon. It's like a tiny, like, squished bean with really weird angled legs coming out of it. Spectrier, Ghost Horse. I was off hiking in Paldea's peaks for a bit of fun, mountain climbing being a bit of a hobby. I was taking my sweet time meandering up some mountain paths dotted sparsely with trees. I came upon this old ruin on the path covered in vines, and I thought to myself, now doesn't this seem as good a place as any to take a rest? I had no sooner drawn close for a look than this black shadow of a Pokemon appeared. Spectre had been sleeping inside. It popped its long face and scared the spirit right out of me. I almost said scared the shit out of me. I think the funniest model for Pokemon was the older style 3D models of Clefairy. They did their girl dirty. You got a little tail, but like in 3D, what? Actually, I just remember they have partner ribbons now with the trainer names and battles, and it would be so sick to get Lucius's Rayquaza. Yeah, it'd be cool. 9. Latias Treat. True fact, Iron Boulder's the fastest psychic type that isn't a Mega, Mythical, or VGC restricted Pokemon. Nice. I was off enjoying a spot of backstroke in the sea to the south of Paldea at the time. I'd been going on for a good while, so I'd come out to feel a bit tuckered out and in need of a rest. I came ashore to rest in the sand in the shadow of some cliffs. When, you won't even believe it, there's Latias, right there before me. Our eyes met and it gave me a jolly little smile, and a wink, for some reason. It was really, really seductive looking. Have you seen that one Pokemon movie? It's weird. Then it flew off again, out of sight. Kyogre Treat. That's another one I always said Kyogre. It's Kyogre. The most annoying one to me though, Zygarde. Zygarde not being Zygarde. I'm so annoyed at that. It should be Zygarde, and it's not. It's Zygarde, and it's like, no. I was on another one of my adventures around Paldea when I spotted these odd rocks in the sea. Thought to myself, now Snacksworth, you've got to be those famous rocks said to bring riches. Riches. So I figured I might as well squeeze my eyes shut real tight and make a wish on them. After a few seconds, I opened my eyes, and what should appear in front of those rocks but Kyogre? Just big and blue and brazen as you please. No, Brazen's a different Pokemon. Now that was a shocking day, make no mistake. It loves that snack you have there. Remember the last time we got in this? Yes, I know. It's unfortunate, but it's just kind of how it works. You were able to get Roy's Fuecoca recently when you found out there's clones of distribution Pokemon. Liko, Sprigatito, Dots, Quaxley. Nice. Verizon. Oh, we're Vine Risening. Get ready for the internet to go out. I tell you no lies, I simply came across Virizion rusting among the trees one day while I was on one of my adventures around Paldea. And what trees they were! Never seen the all done up in these mysterious patterns like I've never seen. We stayed there for a good while, me and Virizion, gazing to one another twixt those fanciful trees. Sounds like you were having like a moment with them. That old Virizion, it didn't run off, just gave me this curious look, you know? So I sat there and told it about my adventures, and it listened kindly, what they kindly aired the whole time. Wow, I really fucked this one up. I think there's one more. The Luigi treat. AKA that Pokemon everyone likes because it has big feet. I was paddling on the Sea of Paldea, enjoying a leisurely backstroke through those crystal waters. It was a real frigid stretch of sea, you understand. Didn't take long in that water before I started to lose all the warmth in my body. I was shaking like a leaf by the time I found an island and crawled ashore. What should appear before me but a great whirlpool heaving in the sea, and whoosh! Out of it comes Lugia itself. I was knocked flat on my backside in the shock of it all, so delighted I forgot I was even cold. His grandkids love him, yeah. Huh, well, knock me over with a feather! Looks like you've completely cleared me out of snacks. Simply goes to show how much hard work you put into those BBQs, Michael. I'm afraid I've no more snacks, but please stop by and lend an ear to my old tales now and then. You sure you want to mosey without hearing one of my tales? Don't be shy. So, amazing, you've completed the Blueberry Pokedex. That means you've encountered every single Pokemon there is to find at Blueberry Academy. Exploring new places on your own 2 feet is a real treasure of an experience, isn't it? Now I think you deserve a special diploma in recognition of this magnificent achievement. Go see Director Cyrano over at Blueberry Academy's entrance when you have some time. Pokedex completion mark has been added to your profile. As a reward for completing the Pokedex, you received Master Ball. Nice. Iron Leaves. So I don't have these. I don't have Iron Leaves or Iron... Wait, what is it? Oh no, these are the DLC ones. I did have these. Those were the distributed ones. I did not have these. Iron Crown and Iron Boulder. Someone traded me them and then I traded back. I think it was Soma, actually. Resembles a mysterious object introduced into a paranormal magazine as a cutting-edge weapon shaped like a Cobalion. Resembles a Pokemon described in a dubious magazine as a Terrakion that had been modified by an evil organization. So I don't have them, but I have them. But with that, I've also now completed a Blueberry Pokedex with the 3 extras. That's a lot, too. 200, 600, 843. But some of them do overlap, so... Hey there. Hey there, Michael. Looks like you've caught 240 species of Pokemon in the terrarium, even those weird future and past ones that don't exist in the terrarium. You had to go somewhere else for those. Terrapagos doesn't exist here. Hold on, does that mean you filled in the entire thing? Yes, it does. You've completed the Blueberry Pokedex. Congratulations. We should have all the data we need on the Pokemon living in the dome now, thanks to you. This really is impressive, you know? Not a single Blueberry Academy student has managed it yet. Here, you deserve a special something to celebrate. Pretty sure this counts as special. Obtain the Mark Charm. Put the Mark Charm in your bag's key items. Having one of these mysterious unique charms makes it more likely you'll encounter a Pokemon with a mark. Why, hello, Director Cyrano, and hello to you too, Master Michael. Your studies are going well, I hope. Well, welcome, Veli. You're not going to believe what Michael just accomplished. Upon my word! It seems you're making quite the splash here at Blueberry Academy, as you have elsewhere. Knew I'd picked the right student for this program. Wow, he took his hat off. That was weird. While Director Cyrano is giving himself a hearty pat on the back, allow me to reward you with a small gift. Students who achieve great feats such as this deserve to be recognized for their hard work. This congratulatory message, penned by the company that certifies Pokedex completion, is for you. Very slow sound. Hereby certified your completion of your achievement of completing the Blueberry Pokedex. May this great feat be celebrated by all. I reconfigured your Pokedex app, so you may view your diploma there anytime you like. You haven't changed, have you, Veli? Well, you've always been good at this sort of thing. Oh, no, this is really nothing. Also, Director, once again, I must insist that you address me properly in front of our student. I'm just glad your treasure hunt at my academy has been such a success, Michael. Hope you keep spending quality time with all the Pokemon in the terrarium. Director Cyrano, I do appreciate your kind words, and I hate to interrupt, but I would like you to confirm that you will no longer refer to me as Veli in front of... Director Cyrano, are you even listening to me? One of the most recent things you've done in this game was I finally transferred my Shadow Lugia from XD from Gale of Darkness into this game. Nice. It lost Psycho Boost on the transfer, though. Deoxys' signature move it has for some reason. Oh, yeah, they could have not mentioned the number to make it less awkward. Good morning there. You certainly are an early riser. Oh, wait, no, it's the wrong voice. Me, I just don't sleep all that long anymore. Something that happens as you get older. So there's no, like, grand diploma for filling out all of them? Basic Pokedex. No, I guess not. But my profile has a mark on it now. Yeah. Shiny Pokemon battled 55. Get the shiny mythical and home, but now if I connect to it. Oh, nice. Cool. Psychic types faster are all forms of Deoxys except Defense, all forms of Mewtwo, Calrix, Shadow, Mega Alakazam, and Ultra Necrozma. Okay, before I dive into this, shiny Mayoletta for this game. Oh, nice. Before we jump into this. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us here. I know where a few of them are, but not all of them. How do I, sort by type? There we go. Mayo. I gotta sell these, even though I don't really need it. I mean, I have 1.4 million LP and 2.4 million money. Before I do anything here... Shit. Alright, I need a Pokemon that can do False Swipe. Because I'm going to need a lot of that coming up. I'm also going to need more oh, Snacking Legends, never mind. I have a box specifically for that right here. I guess I could bring Ceruledge with me. Ogerpon's also level 100, but I don't want to give Ogerpon False Swipe. Also, by any chance, done the requirements for the secret boss fight against Cyrano, or did you do that already? No. I don't know what the secret boss... How do you do that? What's the funniest achievement you've ever gotten in a game? I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I can just make it relearn shit. That said, I don't think Ogerpon can learn False Swipe. Oh, this is shiny too. I forgot about my shiny Slowbro. Oh, can learn False Swipe. Okay, good. Ogerpon's gonna be our closer here. On some MGS3. Problem solved. Series over. Check the game for fall damage. Since the game didn't say, and it gives you an achievement called Idiot. You've checked for fall damage. There isn't any here in space. The hell, every Pokemon can learn Toxic. Well, actually, wait a minute. I don't need Toxic though. I need something that can put people to sleep. Gunge. Hex and attack. Do I not have a move that can just put us to sleep? I'm about to fall asleep. Air Slash. Sleep Talk. Also poison. I don't want to also poison. I don't want to May poison. I want will poison. No. Metronome. Not really worth it. Just a neat extra battle. It'll take too long to get. How do you get it exactly? Does it involve grinding the clubhouse stuff? Because I didn't even touch that. I didn't bother. I was like, I don't think I have the patience to go through all that. Is there really no TM that just, like, teaches a sleep move? Just gotta have a lot of characters. There's yeah, no, we're good. We're good. I tend not to do the battle facilities in Pokemon games anyway. Scarlet and Sword and Shield was a big exception. Because the battle tower in that game is a fucking joke. Okay, I'm going nuts here. Thunder Wave. I just need a Pokemon with Thunder Wave. Gen 4's Battle Frontier is incredible. I know. I try to get into it. It's just... Like, some of them are fun. It's just the problem is, like, when you get into a Battle Frontier... The battle places and the opponents... The CPU opponents are suddenly, like, you know, playing 4D chess with you. It just gets to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I could keep up with this. This isn't optimal. $45. That's not... Shit! I hate that. Alright, let's go into the terrarium so I can make some TMs. Surge's one of the coolest fucking Pokemon in the game. Yes, it is. I love the two that look like they were designed by Hiroshi Ariga. They were not. Oh wait, no, I need to go to the center for that. The battle facility in Arceus, I'm not a fan of. It's just hard. I mean, it's interesting that each Pokemon has its own like challenge battle, but they're rough. Wait a minute. Want to filter for learnable moves. Okay. It says I have 3 of them already. Why does it even have Hyper Voice? Hyper Voice is a special attack move. Alright. This is how we're doing these. This is how we do it. We're gonna have we're gonna lead with Shine Tail here, that's also a shiny. I forgot that one. Shine Tail's gonna go in, paralyze, and we pull an Ogerpon as the closer. Ogerpon, it's gonna be girls' night out here. Actually, even though Shine Tail does not have a gender. How do you... Man, it's been so long. I don't remember how to do this. I can't remember when I used Masquerada. Did I use Masquerada in Kitakami? Or here? I think I used, it's the only one I didn't give a name to, too. I used Pavina here. I'll say, even though Fuecoco is my favorite starter, I think Quaquaval is my favorite finishing final evolution here. Crocodile doesn't even have an item equipped. What the hell am I... What was I thinking? And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke! Alright, let's say goodbye to Unova, because we are not coming back here. Same with Kitakami. Kitakami's gone. Because now the remainder of our journey lies back in Paldea. At this point, it doesn't matter, as the system's going to change in the next stream, yeah. Pokemon OC I made for your school project. I thought this line would sound cool with your voice. What do you mean I lost? That's not fair. The battle's barely started. I've only had 2 turns. That's not fair. This battle isn't over. Just use a different Pokemon. I don't know what the context of that is, though. I don't know how upset they sound. Glad I finally hit a rank you're satisfied in Street Fighter 6 so I could take a break. I say glad, but it's just the thing where once you hit a certain rank, you start dropping out of that rank. Instead of having a floor, so I'm just scared of losing Platinum, yeah. Get to Platinum immediately, have a 40 loss streak. I think I remember Bokeh saying something about that a while back. That was a Pokemon there. Can you, like, actually just encounter that? Wait, hold on. That health bar still went down weird. I want to say goodbye to Sandwich Puppy, yeah. Also, I didn't realize the battle theme here is still the tutorial battle theme. Is it like that in the first area? Like, entirely? Yeah, it is. Wow. I never get into battles here, so I never realized that song persists. So we have caught 3 of the... It's so upsetting that the ride on Ubon with can't escape this game. Yeah. That's why they give you a second one. Yo, I'm so pissed I wasn't able to get the shiny of the legendary because of that stupid GameStop thing. Anyway, Snacking Legends. I was wrong. I caught 3. I caught Zapdos as well. Zapdos was at the lighthouse at the beginning of this game. The one that's... You could probably see... Yeah, right there. It was on top of it. So, now we gotta figure out where we're going and who we're catching first. Stupid GameStop thing could be so many things. It's the fact that GameStop's... They're doing GameStop promotions when GameStop itself barely exists. Articuno treat, Moltres treat, Raikou. See, the problem is it doesn't tell you where the hint of where they are. You have to go back and talk to them. That said, I do know where a few are, so we're gonna take a trip around Paldea tonight. Just got clone version of the Shine Legendaries because other distributed clones are indistinguishable for the real thing. Yeah, I know. I'm no stranger to PK Hex. By the way, if you could get an extra copy of those 2 shinies cloned, that would really help me out. Thank you. So only 50 people can get it. Fuck you. Exactly. Why does this menu scrolling sound the same as Streets of Rage 2's? Yeah, I have no idea. I still have to get you a bunch of Pokemon from Sword and Shield, don't I? And we never did that. Anyway, I believe Latias is down here. There it is. Still got like a dozen to complete that. Okay. We'll definitely do that at some point. Wow, an outbreak of Wattrel. That's surely the most important thing here. Unless it's a shiny, in which case it is the most important thing here. Yeah, it's really tiny, yeah. It is, considering you ride on its back in the remakes. I believe all the legendaries are level 70. Can I I can't rearrange it here. Guard swap. So my fall got like 1,000 shiny Wattrel because they wanted to get a shiny Wattrel with every single possible mark. Why? That's cool, but why? It is night. I could use a Dusk Ball. I know people hate Dusk and Quick Balls, but fuck it. If it catches easier, it catches easier. That's weird. When it's in the ball, it's still, you can still zoom in on where the actual Pokemon is. They're apparently, you know, competitive Pokemon player or people who are hardcore into the series that don't like the idea of using quick and repeat balls and Dusk Balls because it makes it too easy to capture Pokemon. Because Dusk Balls have a very high catch rate at night. Quick Balls have a very high catch rate on turn 1, and Repeat Balls just have a high catch rate in general, if you already have the Pokemon. They're more whiny than upset, and they mainly use electric types, and they're not, although they're not cocky, just easily irritated. Oh, so then I did a pretty good job, then. Almost like for at school, but who gives a flying Cheeto? And the person they're battling is more cocky. Don't mind Dusk Balls, I just don't like the design of the ball. To me, it's more bug-looking than Dusk. Yeah. It's always had a weird vibe to me. Anyway, I just got Latias, which, you know, back in the day, that was a huge deal, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, we're vibing. It's still hurt. I found out that, yeah, if you send a hurt Pokemon to the box, it stays hurt, but then, once you heal at a Pokemon Center, it heals everything in your boxes, too. You know, speaking of bugs, though, I'm a fan of the Net Ball. The one that makes it easier to catch water and bug types. I like the design of that one. I believe Ho-Oh is, like, right here. No, it's not. It's up there. No, you don't gotta do that. It's okay. I mean, if you want. It's up to you. Cocky guy. There's a Riolo over there. Challenge stemmed from them finding a specific marked shiny watch on at an S2 demo kiosk, a Switch 2 demo kiosk on Pokemon events, but they couldn't trade it out. So they kept their shiny watch outbreak event saved and kept going until they got the exact same mark again. That's something along the way. Just decided to get all of them after that. Wow. What a weird stem for a challenge, but hey, that's pretty cool. Amazing music here. I love this battle theme so much. You know what? Why not? Nah. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to paralyze this one. Look, there's a fire chicken that sucks? Excuse me? How can you not like Ho-Oh? What's that thing in the back? Whoa, that noise. I see that Terra Pokemon in the background, I keep thinking, oh, it's a Meridian. I could go there and save. Visions of Mana has... It's unfortunately not left my brain yet. I really don't like the camera in battles in this game, because there's no way to really just get it to, like, stick in a way that looks, like, good. Because, like, see, like, if I try to do this Ho-Oh's cut off, if I hit this button, then it's, like... It's so off-center. If I hit this, it just focuses on Ho-Oh. And then that's it. Don't recover. Lugia better. You know what, though? I don't necessarily disagree with that. I do really like Lugia as well. Yeah, disc ball. Problem is, like, there's no, like, design ball that I would like to use. Like, Ultra Balls, I don't like the design of the Ultra Ball. I get so sick of seeing it. I think the wing hands on Lugia is one of the reasons it's so cool. I'll say this, Lugia is not really a bird compared to Ho. Ho-Oh is a bird. Lugia is a dragon. That's my opinion on Lugia. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no. Ogerpon's rock type because of the mask, so we'll be good. What's sunlight? The sun's not out. Oh, don't recover. The open world battle camp is one of my least favorite things about this game, but my main reasoning is that it's actually, I mean, they had to simplify a lot of the animations. Literally, some of just because they were cut away from cutscene moves. What? Okay, yeah. Rest in peace, Eterna Beam. Yeah. Sad no Pokemon Legends Johto. Yeah, okay. I don't want to go over the leaks in too much detail because I don't want to spoil potential game announcements for the future that people might want to be surprised at. But apparently, Legend ZA was supposed to be a Johto game before they decided on Kalos, and that is kind of a bummer. But hey, they might go back to it at some point. You never know. Stay in the damn ball. Wow, I completely forgot I paralyzed it because it wasn't getting paralyzed. I think the timer ball might be better now. The timer ball does get better than the dust ball after, I think, 10 turns. It's just floating there menacingly. Don't worry, I'll heal her up immediately. Found the decision because it makes more sense to switch between future and past instead of having 2 games in the past in a row, yeah. A Legends Johto would be amazing, though. Like, there's so much they could do with that. Again, used to Visions of Mana hitting the select button to fast travel. Timer ball, I never found out when the optimal... It changed between generations, but right now I think it's after 10 turns it hits ×4. That effect sounds so uncannily like Streets of Rage 2 it scares you. Okay, wait, cocky voice. Will you stop your damn whining for once? You lost, and quite pathetically, if I'm being honest. I wonder if you're actually worthy of setting foot in this training ground. And you want to be a champion with skills like that? You better hope the competition is babies. You better hope the competition are babies. But even then, you wouldn't stand much of a chance. Boop, boop. Also made the backstory with the Eon girls. Yeah, or Fude Sode girls, whatever they're called in, the other one. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's the minigame for this area. Okay, I know there's another legendary, like, right near where Ho-Oh was. It was actually perfectly on point. Nice. Glad I could be of assistance. Again, I do this professionally, to some extent. I try to. Okay, no, that's Alfrenada. Where, wasn't there a alpha Pokemon, like, right here? Yeah, it was right there. Okay, Leaking Tower of Paldea. But apparently, so, something that was mentioned in the leaks, and this isn't a spoiler for future products, but it's a design philosophy document. That was included, and essentially what it is that the main series games are going to be aimed towards, like, veterans and new players alike, and it's going to be focused on introducing new areas and expanding the world. So essentially, new regions, new areas to explore. And then, the Legends games, which apparently they do want to continue doing after ZA, will be more focused on the hardcore experience and people who want like a deeper dive into a region. Which is interesting because, again, ZA is like a present-day thing, so it's not even like kind of like exploring the backstory. As far as we know, that, you know, that could easily change, but... Kind of not the easiest to realize because the music isn't as distinct as the field theme. Pretty sure there's like 4 to 5 wild battle themes in Paldea. Yep, each segment gets one. And I think at least one of them was done by Toby Fox. Toby Fox did the Terror Raid and the Area Zero music. This is... So this is where, This is where what's his... The new bird that drops shit on you. I think it's like Lair is somewhere around here. Or maybe I was wrong. I may be wrong. There's a wild Flareon out here. Is it a hot take? Bombardier is like your least favorite new Pokemon this gen? I don't like it. I was like, ooh, new bird, and then I saw it, and I'm just like, I'm good. It's hard to top Squawkabilly, or whatever it's called. That's the best new bird this gen. Where the fuck was I looking for this? It's like right here, right? Open Sky Titan. Wait, it was over there? Oh, yeah. Whoops. I'm in the completely wrong area. Now, Toucannon, though, don't even. I personally like Toucannon. But it's also because Toucannon is a fucking beast. So this weird bug still happens. These windmills don't spin until you get close, but the Artisan windmill actually spins normally now. Bombardier had one funny gag in the anime that the English dub ruined. Oh, really? Didn't translate well. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, Raiko is like right here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, I can't paralyze it. Okay. I do like how all the legendary beasts in Gen 4 had their own variation of the theme. Best of the Beast Trio right there. I'm partial to Suicune myself. Oh my god. Oh, I was gonna say first try, really? I already got Suicune. Suicune, I think, was Suicune, Zapdos, and Solgaleo I already got before I took my hiatus from this game. Nice. It was a very easy catch. Eat his ass. Nah, it's Entei, though. Nah, it's because they keep making that weird decision to swap out all the music in the anime and the dub, and they just didn't try to recreate what the music did during the gag. Oh, really? Huh. Gen 2 had incredible legendaries. They did. Gen 2 had some of the best ones. Celebi is like an oddly endearing mythical Pokemon. Music thing is especially upsetting Horizons because that OST in Japanese version is so memorable, really. What it's, you know why? Because audio is often like music audio is often like there's a lot of copyright bullshit with it. Like even if it's made specifically for an anime, sometimes bringing it over and having the music like in the English version is like not possible, just due to like Jazz Rack or whatever. Sato, Roasted Desert, what a fitting name, yeah. This desert's where we saw our first Paradox Pokemon. That we fought the, you fight the Donphan one. Yep. The place for roasted chicken. Ow. I remember I got the shiny Screamtail when I was at MFF that year. I think I found it on like the last day of the convention. These birds are underrated too. Chicken.wave. Hey, Robobunny. Forgive the intro opening music since obviously it should be changed, but holy shit, the English opening theme for Rise is one of the worst songs you've ever heard. Damn. Yes, endure, please. Go right ahead. I need you alive. Anime takes going on. Well, here's my thing with the Pokemon anime. I stopped watching during Orange Islands. I never even got to Johto. And you know why? Because I got... It's for the most cliche... It's for the most cliche reason possible. It's because I got into Digimon. And I stopped watching Pokemon because of that. But I never got to the point where I was like, oh, well, Pokemon sucks. I just didn't watch it anymore. The thing I always remember about Moltres is that because of its fire particles, it was the Pokemon that lagged the game the most when present in battles on 3DS, and if you had 6 of them on screen, it would just cause the 3DS to, like, chug. Dude, yeah. I wanted to get back into the Pokemon anime. I never did, and I heard that obviously Horizons was really good once they wrapped it up, and of course the final episodes with Ash in it I was interested in seeing, but I just I never did. I do watch like the specials that come out whenever they release a new game, like Origins and was it Generations? Those were really fun shorts, but they're not really like anime. They're not really like the anime. They're just special shorts. This model here doesn't have those particles, probably because they knew it would fuck up the system if too many of them were on screen. Remember Moltres from most of the anime with Ash running from the torture... I remember that episode. I did watch that. Immense Charmander screaming. True talk, I was never a big fan of how Charmander's character changed as it evolved. Like, it was abandoned and it loved Ash, and then as soon as it evolves into Charmeleon, it became a dick. And then once it became a Charizard, they were like, okay, we can't have you here constantly anymore, because you're going to be too powerful. We need to save you to show up like once or twice per season. There's probably a legendary over here, but I have no fucking clue where it is. Right now I'm just going after the ones I know of their location. And I think there's about 3 more that I know exactly where they are. You know, I never got the Sweet Herba Mystica either. The thing you need to give to Professor Saguaro. That's the only, like, school relationship story I never finished. Baremore. Watching Horizons Japanese made me realize that a lot of Gemon Pokemons are really just lame over there. Like Moltres just fire, Krabby's just crab. Yep. I love the music of this game, but I gotta say, Pokemon Sword and Shield soundtrack has some fucking bangers in it. Oh my god, Kubfu. Bro! Oh my god, this is actually awful. I'm angry and disappointed when I'm about to get a shiny guaranteed raid just for the rainstorm to clear up. Ooh. There we go, man. Tough bastard. It's only level 30. Cheering makes me real uppity more than I like to admit, but I want the song, not the cheer. I guess. I mean, I can understand. See, this is the thing. It made sense in Sword and Shield to be there because the whole thing was like you were in a stadium when you were doing the boss battles. In this in Scarlet and Violet, the cheer makes no sense. They just put it in because they know people liked it in Sword and Shield, and it's like cool and all, but like I missed Gen 5's like last Pokemon main theme play thing instead. That was cool. Someone chose your personal favorite champion battle. Yeah. I agree. The champion theme in Sword and Shield is like one of the best. Because it's the actual like champion room, Hall of Fame theme. With a ton of people cheering for you. That's how being a champion should feel. This game completely guts the feeling of being a champion. It's like, oh, anyone can be a champion if they beat the 8 gyms. And they pass an exam. They pass a verbal interview with the world's hottest lesbian. Flamigo. Like the Flamigo got, it's like a punching glove and a plastic flamingo. I haven't seen the OG version of Flamigo, like the one that they scrapped. It's broken in speedruns. It is broken. Flamigo is incredibly broken. Stay in there, damn it. I need to buy some more Dusk Balls soon. Yeah, there's much trouble in catching the loyal 3 in weird Pokeballs. Tiny Bamboo. Shh, Tiny Bamboo is sleeping. Cut Flamingo from X and Y. Oh, it's from X and Y. Yo, I love that design, though. That's one of those, like... That's one of those, like, wood Pokemon. The ones that, you know, all the furries will be like, well, time to draw this thing with the gigantic cock. And you know what? I don't blame them. They're right to do so. I mean, doesn't Game Freak vote over who gets in the games and who doesn't? Yes, and apparently, Junichi Masuda was a bit of a control freak when it came to managing the Pokemon and stuff in the games. And just in general. Which is why he doesn't direct them anymore. Oh, I forgot I caught Ogerpon in the friend ball. Oh, that's like the only ball you should be catching it in. This is a guaranteed catch anyway. Nice. That's the reason? Yes, apparently Masuda was not the best team player when he was in charge of directing games. He was kind of a huge control freak, and apparently they did not like the direction that, like, Gen 5 went in because of him. Which is interesting, because Gen 5 ended up being one of the best ones. But apparently it was less about the game specifically and more about the whole culture of the game releases. Munchlax is friend-shaped, hell yeah. Looking for a chill game that's really cute and you could fly, I recommend Sky Child of Light. It's also multiplayer. I've heard of that game. I've not played it. Okay, where to next? Gotta make tracks here. There's 24 legendaries. Speaking of, what are we at in terms of numbers here? We are at not even 12. We're not even halfway done yet. I believe Articuno is like right over here. So someone mentioned some elements of that one design that became a Sparta, actually. Yeah, that's true. Sparta's design does somewhat resemble it. Love Gen 5 for less baby hand-holding story. I don't know why it got so much hate than other designs. I don't know. Like, I was kind of apprehensive about it. Like I said, I was kind of on the fence about it. I didn't like the idea that it was separate from the old regions. I didn't like the idea that it was only new Pokemon. At the same time now, I'm just like, man, I kind of would kill for a region that's only new Pokemon. Because we're getting to the point where gens are now like less than 100 Pokemon each. Poor timing for a soft reboot, I guess, but then I don't know what would be good timing. I guess especially so when the internet criticism was significantly picking up. Yeah, I remember even thinking during Gen 5, like, man, Pokemon is such a chill series. Like, people just love it. Really, it was... And I saw a post on Blue Sky yesterday that kind of encapsulates this. Game Freak was never meant to be forced to learn what a try and a polygon is. They should have never been forced to stop making sprite-based games. It's daytime now, I can't use that anymore. Because honestly, once they went 3D, that's where all the criticisms like really picked up. And now it's to the point where like we're just super cynical about this series in general. 3D is Genius Sonority's job. What have they done recently? We need to get Genius Sonority back in on this. The thing I love about the game is at the end of the game, if you get attacked, you lose levels and light, your life source in that game, but you can regain them. Oh, that's cool. There's a little end with Oshawott first, so I didn't think it was stupid design, just a surprise, I guess. Oshawott did grow on you in time. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about most starters. I never liked Chimchar, but now I'm like, it's pretty cool. Ow! Genius Sonority is just doing Cafe Remix? That's sad. That's like getting rare-wared. And the Denpa Men. Yeah, did you see the newest one? It has like AI translated lines in it or whatever. It's not great. Ogerpon. Oh, right, they did do the original Troze. And they did Battle Troze, too. It really sucks because Troze's like one of my favorite Pokemon puzzle games. Battle Troze is pretty good. And they're both like good standalone experiences. And those two games are what led the way to Pokemon Shuffle. And Pokemon Shuffle is what led the way to every other free-to-play Pokemon game we have out there right now. So, in a way, unfortunately, Pokemon Troze started a very bad trend that Game Freak will never recover from. I don't know what else I could do to this thing. It's at 1 HP and paralyzed. Yeah, okay. I've noticed that a lot of people say they like Cafe Remix, which is interesting to me. To me, that game looked like the most mindless version of Shuffle imaginable, but apparently people really do like it. I have no idea where Entei is. I am Entei. I was thinking earlier today, man, aside from the phone games, we're not getting weird experimental stuff from Pokemon like Rangers or Rumble or Poke Park for the kids. Yeah, true. We are getting that Minecraft, which is Dragon Quest Builders game, Pokopia, which does look like it's going to be something fairly in-depth, at least. But, yeah, the age of getting those small, like, fun spin-offs are over. Less mindless than the old puzzle games, even with the gimmicks you gotta think about, really. See, that's a surprise to me. I wouldn't think that. Please don't tell me I've never fought you. No. Okay, I'm gonna hazard a guess and guess that Spectrier is over here in these ruins. But it might not be, because it might be in a different ruin area in here. It's not. This isn't covered in vines, so. No, I don't think it's here. That said, the three rocks, I believe, are over here. Also, if I had to guess, Lugia is over here because snow area with a small island behind it. Don't you love Pokemon Friends? Yes, I actually found out last night about the truth about Pokemon Friends. That video has been going around. How it's not even a different game. It's literally just a reskin of that company's other mobile phone game. With the same puzzles. Water in this game looks so, like, not... It's just a solid color. Whoa! Oh, God. What do they do to you? Why do they make you so skinny? Oh, we gotta fatten you up, buddy. Let's just say... I'm in a Discord server, and one of our fun adult art channels is dedicated entirely to Lugia. He's swimming. The Potbelly boy. Spectre and Glastrier are such weird nothing Pokemon, considering they exist purely to be used by combined with Calyrex, and are useless on their own, yeah. Still don't have the Swords of Justice from the game. Those are the only 3 you're missing. I haven't found any of them yet. I will say, though, Lugia's theme from the Gen 2 remakes is not as good as Ho-Oh's. Also, what's with its shoulders in this game? Why does it have shoulders? That's weird. This model is, like, not very good. What is Lugia's types? It's Psychic and Flying, right? So Netball's not going to do shit to it. Wow, first try. This theme is supposed to invoke what it feels like in a storm and it's out at sea. True. Personally, I just like Ho-Oh's better because it's got that flair to it. Why do I have 135 super potions? How did that happen? Bro, I got Lugia in boxes. Wasn't Lugia made for the anime first? I believe so. It was designed for the movie before it actually was put in the game. There is a whole video on the creation of Lugia, and the person who made it was not in a good place. Where are the 3 things? Right here. The Gracia Stones. Remember thinking that while that Lugia was originally designed exclusively for the anime, it might not have been made as the games. I guess other mythicals have been debatable on their origin, but I think what they did straight up confirm Zarude would not have existed without the anime, yeah. But again, Zarude is like another nothing Pokemon. Even though there's a special version of it in the game it originates from, it's still such like a nothing legendary, because it's a mythical, technically. Look how many Pokemon are here. I don't even have to go searching. This one's right in plain sight. I already know where Groudon is, too. See, I like how they did the way they did the legendaries in this game and in Ultra and in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were great. Like, granted, in the latter games, you had to, like, it was a random spawn, but the fact that you have to, like, actually go looking for them is, like, really cool. I mean, I guess the Gen 2 remakes did that as well, to some extent. And Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon also had a weird mini-game that you had to do to get them, and a lot of people were not into that. Just sucks they're all shiny locked here, yeah. Zarude's only reference a new Pokemon Snap because the characters appear on that movie. Wait, Zarude was a new Pokemon Snap? Because I finished that game, even with the update. And I don't remember that. That game was so good. Bandai Namco needs to work with Game Freak more often. Hey, thank you for the follow. How you doing, Natsu was eating? Beep, beep, beep. And Glass's lab is screened of the movie poster up on his wall. Oh. Now this I could use the netball on. Critical! Ah, it didn't work. His assistant's cameo in the actual movie. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. Soon to be dashed hope that we get more Yubi content someday. I know. I really want the Ultra Beasts to be like a thing. Again. Fuck. You know, just casually catching every god of the world. Speaking of, Groudon is around here. Guess it makes sense considering Todd Snap from the original Snap appeared in the anime after that came out too, yeah. New Pokemon Snap was such a good game. And I want to stream the original at some point, since it's on NSO now. I say, what happened to the music there? It just cut out. Also, I like how the music is echoed when you're in the cave. I'm wondering if that's intentional. Cat Sylveon noises. I'm pretty sure Snap was developed before Sword and Shield. Considering only the stars debut in that game, not the rest of the Galar Pokedex, yeah. Still need to play new Pokemon Snap. I got for like 20 bucks and never opened it. It's really fun. Keep forgetting how layered this cave is. I love how they just kind of chill there, too, but, like, they also react to your presence a bit. So, like, you could take photos with them while they're standing there. The heaviest Pokemon until Cosmoem existed. Oh, you can't paralyze rock types? Okay. Or ground types, yeah. Tumbly. In fact, that new Snap actually did cries like in Stadium, yeah. Groudon is legendary, yeah. Cosmoem's weight's just a joke on quantum physics, yeah. Because Cosmoem is both the smallest Pokemon and the heaviest, which is really funny, because, what's her name? Lily puts it in her bag. So, implying Lily is able to lift the strongest, the heaviest object in the universe. You can slap him if you have it. Body Slam or Stun Spore could do it, true. gonna work. Level 70, I'm level 90, or level 100. Ash catches it in his hands in the anime. It's like Mjolnir, you just have to be worthy of handling it. Damn it. Does Dusk Ball still work in caves? Yeah, it does. I was gonna say, because caves aren't separate areas now. Yeah, you can't get Cosmog or Cosmoem in this game. You just get Solgaleo and Lunala. Aw, it knows rest. Well, the upside is that if it's sleeping, it has a higher catch rate. Damn it. Alright, time roll. Your turn. That's not gonna work. Stop doing that. Fuck. Why? Ogerpon, why? Rhydon fled somewhere. Well, it ain't staying fled. You killed it. I don't know what the requirements are for respawning it, because you can't refight the champion in this game. Cosmog is just Magikarp, pretty much, yeah. Magikarp the power to open wormholes to another dimension. What, you're implying Magikarp cannot do that? Resting early. I'm not trying to sacrifice Ogerpon. It's just I would have to switch her out if I don't want her to get hurt. And that's a waste of another turn. Remember how I caught Dialga in Brilliant Diamond? I remember like that was like I was using I had like a level like 2 Pokemon with the Quick Claw because it had Stun Spore, and that was how I was trying to catch it. If I low kick this, it's gonna die in one hit. So we're gonna stick with Ivy Cudgel. Which is even Ivy because I have the Stone Mask on, so it turns into a Stone type attack. Rock type attack. keep thinking the Meowths. I'm here on the scene line from Pokemon Channel. EP Cataclysm God. Forgot the gimmick with the Weather Trio is also their flaw. They rest every other turn, yeah. No, I just love Ogerpon. Her backstory is just sad and metal, yeah. The fact that her Ogerpon's backstory actually plays into the other legendaries is really good. And the fact that they tease Pecharunt at the very beginning and you don't realize it until that extra DLC came out was really cool. Okay, so the good news is we're exactly halfway done. And we're exactly halfway done with the stream. The bad news is that I have absolutely no clue where the other ones are, and I'm going to have to either look them up or try to find them on my own. Pretty sure that people that knew the Peach looked weird even if they didn't know it was a Pokemon. Well, also that, and then in the cutscene where they talk about Ogerpon's past, you could see Pecharunt in the corner. And a lot of people confused it as part of one of the 3 other Pokemon, but it's actually a separate image in the files. Unfortunate about everyone caught Ogerpon in a friend ball, and then some people did that and dumped her on the GTS. Yeah. Cruel. Justice for Ogerpon. Entei, Latios, Rayquaza. Notice there's no Gen 4 or Gen 8 legendaries outside of the DLC ones. Because, you know, they figure if you have a Switch, you should be able to get them already. I have no idea where Entei is. The Legendary Birds use Let's Go's music solidifies that game as being remade into the new Gen 1. Yeah. Makes sense. That game is... Let's Go is such a weird game. Like, not even just the setup of it. Like, obviously, yeah, it's a game geared towards more casual players. But, it's such a weird premise because it, like, time displaces Gen 1. It's like, oh, hey, here's Gen 1, except Ash, or Red, Blue, and Green have already taken their journeys. But Team Rocket is still here. Everything is still going the same way it did in the original games. It's just the other characters are now done with their journey. It's for super baby players. It's for Pokemon Go players. It's for the people that picked up Pokemon Go and then wanted to play like an actual game afterwards. I like the idea of a cozier game than that, yeah. It's a fun game. It's a fun little game. I think Entei is near the desert. Yeah, that would make sense. There's got to be one up here, right? This is awkward. There's a Lichen Rock over there. Yeah, Let's Go is actually a remake of Yellow, technically. It's an amalgamation. It's really hard to say. Ah, fuck you. Wish I was playing that right now. Trace like the most forgettable character in the series. Is Trace the rival from that game? Because if so, the answer is yes. I barely remember him. Wow. What am I doing? Again, it's so weird to see this game running so well, and its frame rates are kind of chugging here a little bit. It's weird to see this game running so well, and then look at the graphics and be like, ugh, yeah. Anything here? Was there anything in in that waterfall cave? What waterfall cave? The one I was just in? Also, wait, is there one here? In Alfornada? Because I know there's one on top of the Pokemon Center. Or the Pokemon League. I only remember them now because of someone mentioning that they're technically a champion when I was thinking about the other day how I like how Cynthia is considered the most iconic champion in the series, yeah. What about Blue/Gary? Technically... I'm pretty sure he holds the most trainer classes of any character in the series, because he's Rival, Gym Leader, Champion, Battle Facility Boss... He's pretty much held every major, like trainer title in the game. Or in the series. Waterfall Cave. I don't remember. I know there's a cave around here that you can go into. I mean, I could just go and get the hints again, or I could just look up where they are. I don't have to, like, guess like this. Especially if I'm only got 2 more hours to stream here. I don't remember this spot at all. Watch to find most of them. Their locations are very specific, yeah. I mean, Snack Sports tells you where they are. It's just not easy to remember them all. Song is very weird. It starts with that, like, kind of like American desert road guitar, and then it switches into this happy theme. Like the champion from Battle Revolution, short magician guy uses legendaries in his rematch, but I think it's heard somewhere that they're all implied to be illusions. I feel like there should be one around here, somewhere. I got very confused because I saw a Wingull there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Remember this cave that, like, had the weird loading issue? Ente Latios, There's gotta be one in this area over here, in the Colonnade Hollow. It'd be cool if they put them in the Coliseum XDs and Masters, but they won't. It's weird, like any of the Genius Sonority games, they kind of, like, half acknowledge, but then they never commit. Like, they're just like, yeah, no, that wasn't actually us, so those characters are not canon. Or is not a canon region. Arizona does not exist in the Pokemon world. Legends Ore would be really cool, though. Yeah, I mean, we don't know much about that region. Not legendary, but did you get Melioetta? Yes, I did. In Blueberry Academy. I did the thing where you play the music and spin around or whatever it was. I'm almost positive there would be a legendary up here somewhere. Lactose is near a small lake. That kind of narrows it down a little bit. I remember, what was it, Cortando being mentioned. Where's Cortando? Fornada. Escarafa. Artisan. It's a Papico. Oh, alright, I never got Reshiram. I know where that is. Which deletes, they said the Ore region on the summary of the Pokemon transfer place instead of just far away, yeah. Again, just generic hand waving. I believe Reshiram's right here. Oh no, it's up one floor. Never mind. It's up here. The better of the two. I do not like Zekrom's design that much. Yeah, this song's a banger. Oh my god, that was weak. That was weak and it did half her health. Nighttime again, I think. It's hard to tell. Yeah, the stars in the sky. Oh right, it's not weak. because Ogerpon in this form is Fire Rock, or Grass Rock. So it takes normal damage from fire. Yeah, it does bring back memories, because I met you right before Gen 5 started. And that was like the first Pokemon game we got and played at like the same time. And we were just like, not competing, but also competing to see who beat it first. I remember I gave up entirely for Black and White 2. It just took me forever. And then when Sun and Moon came out, I caught every possible Pokemon in every area. So after like 2 weeks, I was like, no, I still haven't beaten it yet. And you were like, still? And I'm like, yeah. By the time I beat Sun's main story, I had like over half the Pokedex completed. Fusion Frenzy. Ow, what does that move do? Like, what separates that from the other ones? Why am I wearing such big fucking boots? I just noticed that. What am I wearing? Those are some silly-ass shoes. I'm wearing the Blueberry Academy tracksuit that you get with the DLC. Not with the DLC. It was like a recent prize. Oh, hey, critical capture on a legendary. Nice. So it can happen. Those must be costume shoes. That's the other thing I didn't do in this game. I didn't get all the costume pieces because they cost a lot of money to get. You have to go to the market and bid on it. Oh, yeah, replica Ether. Okay, I'm wearing the Ether Foundation shoes. Unrestricted fashion picks, let's go. Just checked my Lugia summary, and it's from a distant land, the distant land of Arizona. Yeah, what am I wearing? Just tracksuit. Oh, it's not even the Blueberry Academy tracksuit. Again, yeah, I'm not a fan of a lot of the fashion in this game. It really just doesn't look that great. Like, the fact that they limit you because it's supposed to be school-based, to me, is just like, eh, no thanks. Should change my phone case to something else here. Oh yeah, Poketch. No one's extreme. Go wear that dress. Wait, what? Wait a minute, wait. Is that actually confirmed a thing in Legend ZA? Yeah, that's what I was wearing. I was wearing the recent distribution tracksuit. The one that's kind of just generic based on the school you go to. They removed gender locks in ZA. What? Oh, fucking finally. There better be some good-ass fashion in that game. I'm almost positive there's going to be a Pokemon up here. In fact, I think it might be one of the trio, legendary trio. Which I haven't caught any of them yet. The way the music just cuts out sometimes. Not really ideal. Yeah, true. It's Lumio City. It's gonna have good fashion. Oh, Ogrepon needs some healing. Actually, it's gonna be another I can't use Thunderwave because it's electric. Zekrom, straight up Aura farming. Looks better chunky. Yeah, that's something. A lot of the Pokemon, when they got transferred to 3D, they lost their chunk.
Mewtwo, Flygon. These are the plump types. It's the thickness here that really makes you question the intent of the original designers. You really got to question that. And the key thing here is the rotundness. Yes, obviously the thighs, clearly. The thighs are the first thing that draws your attention. But might I bring your attention, class, to what I call the pokey taint. This plump, tainty area usually extends into the tail. And there's just something about it. That does something for me. It's not just the thighs. It's like it looks so soft and bulbous, and it's the pear shape, right? It comes out and it's rotund at the end. It's like the belly and it turns into the tail. You know, there's something about like, you know, not like it is thick, yes, but there's just it's the fact that it's like it goes like under and through. Something central about it. It's plump type.
That's Professor Lando. Nice. Look a way to close that, and I catch it. I mean, ain't wrong. Gudra's in that category. Yep. Yeah, that's Professor Lando. He does a lot of let's just say topics about like anime girls and the appeal of certain characters and certain character types. And he portrays it as like a college lecture on YouTube and on his Twitch channel. Fusion Bolt does look rad. Poor Ogrepon, she is taking a fucking beating tonight. Really, does he do one about the innate appeal of clown girls? I think so. I think there is one. If not a full video, then at least a passing mention. Anthropomorphic birthday cakes. No, I don't think he's covered that. Okay, it doesn't keep the treats that I've used, right? Yeah. So I still need Entei, Latios, Rayquaza, excuse me. All three of these. Lunala, Necrozma, Glastrier, Spectrier, Kyurem. I don't know where any of these are. Entei's near the desert. I know Spectrier is in the snow area. I think Glastrier is in the snow area, too. Somewhere in this area. In a ruins, specifically. Synchro Machine. Oh, God, yes. There's that clip I recorded when that DLC came out where I was like, is an item here? How do I keep missing items in this game? There was a clip of me with the Synchro Machine where I went into my Quaquaval, and then I made my Quaquaval attack my body. And I was like, farewell, fucking human life. Hello, life is an eternally gay... Well, I guess gay is eternal if you're gay. Life is an extremely flamboyant gay duck. In the Rui. So the anime had a body swap episode with it. Oh, really? It gets acknowledged in the anime? That's cool. Roy stops mines with Crocodile. Nice. Remember when that one YouTuber put out that video like a week ago regarding all the ways you could turn into a Pokemon, and like the furry community went nuts over it? They were like, "Oh man, this is the best thing ever." Calor, Crocodile, Crocodrillo. It might be over here, but over here is also where Spiritomb spawns, so... Why is there one of the friggin' things up there? Like a tumbleweed. Croc plus heat. Crocodile, yep. And then Skeledirge, just because undead, and sings a dirge. Can you sing a dirge? I mean, I guess Skeledirge can, but the tumbleweed goes where it wants. You can't control the tumbleweed. So it's not that set of ruins. There's another set of ruins in here somewhere. Other than that one. Stop. All of you, stop. Stop playing. Don't play the new game until I have it. That's not fair. These don't respawn, so I just straight up missed a lot of these items my first playthrough. There's another Spiritomb spawn point. That's interesting. That guy's got horns. That's not normal. Well, not gonna let it ruin my day. I'll throw a sharp right jab, but stop short just before I hit him. I'll throw a sharp right jab, but stop just short before I hit him. That's a gimme ghoul. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I remember the hint for Spectrier, and I still can't find it. So they said it was in ruins in the snow area. This will be here by the, something might be here by these ice pillars. Casaroya, Montanavera, Cascarafa. Cortando is right here. So there's a legendary around this area. McDonald's Akuma you posted about. There's more official art and an animated commercial for stuff for the collab. Funny Ryu eat a burger. Wow. Wow, an outbreak of Mastiff. I think I might be incapable of finding these Pokemon. How many shinies do you think I missed this stream? Just because they're so hard to spot. This lake looks a little suspicious. 102. So glad Legends ZA brought back the shiny sounds, yeah. Hopefully that's a staple going forward. I think the only reason it wasn't in this game is because they probably already had gotten past that point when they were working on Legends before they decided to do it for this. I don't know. I'm making excuses for this game. It does not need defending. It's hard to tell, but I thought I saw Ghastly was looking bluer than normal when I saw the others, so I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I barely even remember the stories I was told for these, except for, like, Virizion being near some weird trees, which I don't know which ones they were. Why is the Ghastly shiny, especially since they change its gas model every single game, so I'm never used to what it looks like. Just the OG coloring of Gengar, yeah. They really nerfed Gengar in general. Like, he's not the same. Poor guy's never been the same. Ugh. Shiny Mega Gengar, though, yeah. Hopefully we'll just see him again. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Like, I should probably just look up a guide to see where the rest of these are. Was there anything in the Fairy Flower field? I don't know where that is. Braviary. I wanted a shiny Braviary, and I never got one to spawn. I tried shiny farming it in Sword and Shield, and I ended up getting a shiny Corviknight instead. Like, in the middle of my streak. And I was like, okay, never mind. I guess we're done looking for shiny Braviary. So we've hatched that shiny Goomy in less than 10 eggs. I know. That's nuts. I got one in this game, but only because I farmed shiny. I did shiny farming. Like, normally, which is different in this game. Oh, it's going underground. Like, where'd that thing disappear to? Oh, you're thinking of the fairy area that Team Star was in. Yeah, no, there. I mean, that's between. That was near where. That's kind of weird near where Lugia was. But also not really. I'd say just use a map at this point. Yeah. Part of me wanted to just seek them all out because, like, that's fun. But at this point, it's the only thing I have left to... It's the only thing I want to stream of this game. Like, the point of this revisit was to show off the Switch 2 version, collect the Pokédex rewards, and then catch all the legendaries and finish that up. Pretty much nothing else. And I'm running down to about an hour and 20 now. And we still have how many to catch? 2, so we still have 10 more to go here. Because it's 12 and 12. Actually, wait a minute. If it's 12 and 12... Why do I have Cubfu in the bottom layer there? Q-Rim, yeah. No, but Glastrier and Spectrier. Wait, maybe it's more than that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, maybe you get one more for solo missions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so yeah, there's a spot for one down there. Which also doesn't make sense, because Glastrier and Spectrier come after Cubfu. Oh, you know what this is? I just have these in the wrong... If I'm going by Pokédex order, I just have them in the wrong spot. They all need to be bumped over one. Technically, you could evolve that into Urshifu. I've heard Urshifu has been absolutely destroying VGC. Like, there was a big thing with Urshifu's competitiveness. Like how the game can't make up its mind. Urshifu has always been pretty well used. And it's always been a bit controversial thing since they're basically a paywalled Pokemon. I mean, that's every Pokemon, though. Like, I get annoyed when people say, like, oh, well, the DLC's paywalling Pokemon. It's like, yeah, but, like, the actual game was paywalled behind having it, too. It's the same thing with the people saying, oh, the Mega Raichu's paywalled. It's like, yeah, because it's a DLC, just like all the Pokemon they added in with the DLC for this game. These legendaries here are technically all paywalled. They were all behind the expansion pass or whatever the fuck it's called in this game. It's just such a weird argument. Like, by that logic, any Pokemon game you have to pay for is paywalling you out of VGC. Now, granted, Champions might change that a bit, because Champions is going to be free to download, and you will presumably be able to get Pokemon that you can use competitively in it. It's also just kind of a whole lot of hoo-ha here. Doubt Champions is going to survive without microtransactions. Oh no, of course it's going to have microtransactions in it. It's going to be a mobile phone game. You don't think it's going to have microtransactions? But the thing is, it is a free-to-play game, technically. Or free to download, or whatever they want to call it. Wow, Palmo. Since it uses home, it makes Pokemon Go transfer more relevant for not traditional player to put Pokemon in the game. Yep. Oh, my nose! Ah, itchy. Ah. Ah. Yeah, Pokemon can only go one way into ZA, and apparently the reason is because of the language options. Or at least that's what has been surmised. Because there are new language options in ZA, and that sets extra triggers in the Pokemon's data. And I think that if you caught a Pokemon in one of those new languages, you wouldn't be able to move it back out, because then it wouldn't be compatible with the older games. And the problem with just updating the older games is that then they have to update the entire Pokedex in these games to support the new languages. So I think that's why, for now at least, it's a one-way transfer. I think going forward into Gen 10, you're going to be able to move Pokemon from ZA into that. But I think for the time being, if you move into ZA, it's a one-way stop. So I would just recommend not moving Pokemon in there yet. Eastern part of Area 3 near a fence. Okay. Hope they future-proof things a bit for the language editions. The problem is, like, every generation, they add more and more data to a Pokemon. Terra-type, Gigantamax potential, Hyper-trained. It's like, at this point, a single Pokemon's probably taking up, like, 4 times as much space as it used to. I didn't know that could happen. I've never seen that happen before. Heard ZA forces autosaves and you can't turn it off. Oh no, I hope not. That's like the first thing I do in every newer Pokemon game. I turn it off. You can still manual save. Yeah, but here's the problem. If you can manual save, but then it auto-saves anyway, it's like... that's not good. Because it's going to stop you from save scumming. That feels like a weird omission. I'll check that. Well, I mean, obviously we'll check it together tomorrow. I should have it tomorrow. All my copies. 'Cause I bought 2 for my friends as well. We should hopefully all have our copies by tomorrow. Or today, I guess, at this point. It only saves once you actually catch a Pokemon, doesn't it, if you fail an encounter or anything. From what you've seen. I mean, that's still kind of not great. Because if you catch a Pokemon and its stats blow ass, then it's like you're not gonna want to stick with that. I wouldn't mind if Pokemon auto-saved, but, like, your manual save was still a separate slot. Like, have autosave on for safety. Oh my god, I was told where this thing is and I still can't fucking find it. There's an item down there I never got. Scarlet autosaves too as a backup if your save crashes. True, but you can also turn off the actual, like, autosave, like, overwriting your file. You know what's happening? I'm looking at the wrong part of the map. I think it's over there. There it is. So he has a button combo to load a backup save, and I found out that because someone already soft-locked themselves. Wow. Game Freak, please patch. Push him into the water. Daddy dog, yeah. I am Entei. The Lotad. The Lotad. Swaggy. It's my girl! Hey, Zachary, thank you for the raid! Press X to doubt, hey. Oh, thank you for the follow, Desert Ferret. Alright, I only have that option. I never gave Derek a shout-out before. Aw. I just realized that. Ow! What are you streaming tonight? Started LA Noire? Nice. I was thinking of, I just recently watched Twin Peaks, so I'm thinking of starting Deadly Premonition at some point. I know it's not really the same, I know it's not at all the same game, but for some reason thinking about LA Noire's general style makes me think of, Deadly Premonition. So I kinda had it on the brain. I just have no time to start it. Are you a chocobo? No, not technically, but also, yes. I'm a cross between a yellow parrot, a chocobo, and a rappy. If you've never played Phantasy Star Online, that's a fun bird. It's not really. I'm just a yellow parrot with an interesting design, with weird antenna coming out of my head. People just say I'm a chocobo, and I go with it. And oddly enough, the fursuit I have that I never finished refurbing, that I bought off someone else, was originally a chocobo fursuit. Damn it. Anyway, hello Raiders. I'm Michael Macaw. I'm a variety streamer and PNG tuber. Tonight I am making a one-time return to Pokemon Scarlet before the new games come out. Catching the remaining legendaries and wrapping this one up for good. My last stream of this game was a year and a half ago, and I'm counting it as part of it. Oh my god, we need to see some progress being made here, because it's almost 3, and we got like 9 more of these to go. 10 more of these to go. My Pokedex is full. I should be getting critical captures. It happened once already. Yeah, most of these are not being kind tonight. Lugia was the only nice one. I mean, at this point, the timer ball's at max power, so it's the best option here. Even if it was nighttime, the Dusk Ball doesn't have the same catch rate as a maxed out timer ball. Alright, this fight's taking a little too long. Actually, I'm kind of annoyed at this now. Nice. 69th timer ball, let's go. Damn it. Man, its face looks so flat from the side. There's so many fucking balls on you. Oh, what? Fuck! Hurt yourself, please. Thank you. Gotta hold B, yeah. That fucking actually worked. I actually did hold B there. It worked once, it works 100% of the time. Apparently I have the order on these completely wrong. I don't know. Entei is National 244. Macaw is 243. Suicune is 245. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Why are these... I always thought it was like this... These are all different orders that I would think they would be in. I always think like, oh, it's grass, fire, water, right? Or an equivalent of that. Here it's ice, electricity, fire. No, it's electricity, fire, water for this. That's weird. Psst. Psst. Also, Latias comes before Latios. Wait, does Kyogre come before Groudon? 382. 383. It does. What the fuck? How am I... Why do I keep thinking it's the opposite? It's always like... It's weird. Like gold, silver, it's silver, gold. Ruby, sapphire, it's sapphire, ruby. It's so weird. It's like the second version is always... Legendary is always before the actual box legendary. I think black and white is probably the exception. Yeah, Reshiram and Zekrom are correct. That's really weird. North Province 2 for Latios. It's near that lake, I believe. Remember when I beat the story mode? Or the main story of this game? And I, like, blasted through this base and this whole part of the story? Because I was like, I need to finish this tonight. That was like a 6-7 hour stream of this game. Sunflora. I mean, in your head, the OG evolutions go Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. It's actually the other way around. See, I think that too. I think Vaporeon comes second and Flareon comes first. It's not true. We made it up. Oh, I think it's over here. Yeah, we're not in the right area. I think numbers don't exist, actually. Well, they don't now. They don't even give you the national dex anymore, so you can't look it up in game. Sean! Press X to Sean. I keep forgetting if Luster Purge is an attack or a buff, and it's an attack. Ow. It's Dragon Psychic, right? Or Flying Psychic, so no specialty catching balls on those. Now, here's one of my favorite Pokemon this fucking generation. I love Goldengo. Some people are really mixed on it. Literally cannot get status effect. Status effect. It can't contract negative status effects. That's awesome. That's such a good ability. Can't what? Goldengo can't get affected by, yeah. Body of pure gold. Pure solid gold gives the Pokemon full immunity to other Pokemon status moves. Good as gold. So it can't be poisoned, paralyzed, put to sleep, or anything. Never mind. It just got paralyzed. I thought it couldn't do that. Oh, maybe it's stat effects. Maybe it's stat up and stat it down then. Never mind. Completely. The game proved me wrong immediately. So now have a Spinda. Spinda's not going to be ZA. See what you're missing at home. Could transfer one for your recent playthrough of Alpha Sapphire, but also... Oh, it's not the only Pokemon you can't transfer from home to a Switch game. Nope. You have to catch it in you have to get it in Omega... Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That's the only way to get Spinda on the Switch. I wonder traded until someone gave me one. Value between debuffs and ailments. I thought it meant ailments. No what? You can't transfer a Spinda from BDSP to home. Oh, you can't. So wait a minute. How do you get a Spinda in home then? That's right, it's bugged because the patterns are backwards in BDSP. Because of fucking, of course it is. Because Ilka know what they're doing. Only from 3DS games. Oh, okay. Because Go has unique patterns for some reason, yeah. Spinda, I don't know. Okay. What annoys me is that when you finally get the ability to fly, if you try flying up to like whatever that is up there, you just black out. Like you can't land on. I think you could land on this, but you can't go any higher than that. Yep, you just jump and you black out. And it put me back on top of here. It doesn't work either, huh? There we go. Yeah, escaping Mesa Goza is weird. Like, the boundaries don't work perfectly. Because it's the only spot in the entire game that's, like, split into a separate area like that. Heaven forbid you stand on top of the world, exactly. At least you should go to the top of Terrarium as bonuses if you go to the very top. There's some gold bottle caps. Yep. If you go to the very top of the Blueberry Academy area. The Great Forbidden Crater that no one's allowed to go up, even though you could call a taxi if you fall down there and they come and get you. Rayquaza. Hey there, Ray. No, the textures are just like that in this region. Don't worry about it. I used to love using Rayquaza in Ruby. Look, it's Ram Ranch. Wow. Oh no, it could rest, so it can undo all my hard work here. Name mine from Emerald Longman. I think Rayquaza is what I use my Master Ball on in Ruby. Remember Brilliant Diamond, where I used the Master Ball on the Lake Trio? Because I was like, I have to stop the stream now, so I have to go. I'm catching this thing with the Master Ball, and we're just ending it. It was probably the best use of a Master Ball. Because I was like, I need an out here. Okay, I can't aim with this. Alright, well in that case, it's false swipe. Damn it. Damn it. Poor Ogerpon's just getting wrecked by dragons today. Small child faster than Rayquaza, yeah. Well, shit, man. I don't know. I'm gonna need to keep Shinetail out anyway, since gonna have to re-paralyze. Never mind. Critical capture at the turn after the turn after Ogerpon gets knocked out. If that had just worked 2 turns earlier, Ogerpon would not have gotten knocked out. Okay, Rayquaza in the bag. North Province Area 2 for the first of the Legendary Trio. North Province Area 2? Wait, really? The same place I just found Lugia? Okay, not Lugia. Latios. You're up so late, Champion Michael. It's weird. Why do they say it's the middle of the day? Like, are they acknowledging the time on my Switch? That was a fuck you move. Thanks for Cornza. Yeah. Corn. Alright, so it's somewhere here in North Region 2. North Province Area 2, excuse me. The waterfalls. Southwest cliff overlooking the area. That sounds like it's like over here somewhere. Yeah, it's weird in Pokemon Moon because the time is actually just 30 minutes, or 12 hours. What the fuck? 12 hours earlier. Cliffside overlooking the province. Well, we can't get up there. It's really weird that this big cliff face amounts to nothing. It's just a giant rock that exists. And we thought like the DLC area was going to be up there, and it wasn't. It's like just nope. It's just not a place to go to. This RTC stuff in games, like, I get why Pokemon stopped doing it, but it felt cool to have it, yeah, line up like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, having the time of day here, like, just kind of rapidly change, it's like, it's okay, but, like, I do kind of miss, you know, real-time clock. This might not be the right area. Gold Silver actually in Day and Light was huge back then. Yeah, huge, and it also destroyed the, it also destroyed the internal battery way too quickly. That's why Pokemon Gold and Silver, why those cartridges die so much quicker than Red and Blue cartridges. Because the real-time clock just drains the internal battery. It was right next to Urshifu the whole time. Did Let's Go have a day-night cycle? Because Fire Red Leaf Green didn't. No, it didn't. Let's Go was just all day, and then, it's also another banger theme, and, Sword and Shield do the same thing that Scarlet and Violet do. And apparently in Legend ZA, it's story-based. Or something along those lines. That's not a lot of damage. Oh my god! What the fuck? The amount of Ogre Pond beatdowns tonight is off the charts here. I hope it doesn't hate me. Be nice. Damn it! I thought Sword and Shield actually had RTC time, only in post-game. That's right. Oh, you're right, you're right. It does have real-time day and night, but only after you've beaten the story. In the actual storyline, it only moved forward when the plot moved forward. Weird. I like nice camera there. Oh my god, why are these being so difficult? You can see right through the ground. Can't say anything about Sword and Shield still having time-based encounters, though. Yeah. You son of a bitch. Yeah. Cobalion. Cliffs west side. Cliffs on the east of the West Province Area 1, hugging the wall of the Great Crater. What? How are you supposed to figure that out? So it's like here, apparently. I don't know why I made my hair green. Like, I have no idea why I did that. Day and Night in Scarlet and Violet is technically RTC as well, it just runs really fast. Oh. Probably further down south here, because I'm a little too far north, I feel. Or maybe not. Cliff on the east of West Province, Area 1. Oh wait, are we in Area 1? We might be in Area 2. Oh yeah, it's closer to Cortando, I think. Cortando. It's weird though, I don't see the spot on the mini-map here that it shows. Let's say maybe for multiplayer purposes to be synced, but you could also just have that to be dependent on host, yeah. Oh, it's probably this cliff. I don't fucking see Cortando from here. Oh. The Muppet Pokemon? I could kind of see that. Real. They did give it a fully modeled mouth in this one. Oh, it didn't have one in previous games? Doesn't look as bad as in Sword and Shield. Justified. Shit. Ass. Why does it have to do that? Like, why? Why? Why do we have to crit at that very moment? Okay, that's just an instant kill no matter what. All right, see that's why I need false swipe. Damn it. Ah, oh, that would have been amazing. does look a little weird compared to the actual. Yeah, it's like not a texture. I see what they're going for. Anyway, what was I doing? Duskball. The ball, Nebby. Yeah! Yeah! Calling it Nebby was the right move. Rizion's there, which I should have realized because he mentioned weird trees and Tag Tree Dicket. There's weird trees. I think my character just slid forward a bit. Oddly patterned trees. Yeah, it makes perfect sense now. Wow, little Charcadets. Ferret's gonna get into bed, snuggle in bed. Good night. Take care, Desert Ferret. Thank you for the follow earlier. I appreciate it. Yeah, take care. You have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for raiding in and stopping by. I did not go the way I thought I did here. I'm not glad to be staying up late. That just means I don't have to wait long after waking up for ZA since Best Buy opens at 10. Best Buy... Oh, no, I meant to use a football. Fuck. If this catches it, that'd be really funny, though. No. Yeah, hey, it's fine, Ryzen. Mine delivers, usually when I order a game from Best Buy, they have it delivered early. Because what happens is they'll give it to FedEx as soon as they can deliver it. And then FedEx will always hand it off to, like, Curb or Clur, whatever it is, Drive, something like that. It's some like, Uber-esque service for package delivery. So they literally hand my package to a stranger, and then they have them deliver it to my house. My Best Buy's been very good with delivery, so I'm pretty good with them. My only concern is that I also ordered copies for local friends of mine, and I really want to make sure they get theirs tomorrow. Got him. Just hope I get that mat Best Buy's supposed to give out, because not if I wish I went to a midnight release instead. I'm supposed to get, for some reason, so the copies I all ordered are coming with those mats. For some reason, my order says I'm supposed to get 2 mats. For some reason. I have no idea why. So I ordered 3 copies of the game. 1 for me and 2 for my friends. And I'm supposed to get 4 mats total. I'm like, what? Why? I think it's just a mistake on Best Buy's part, and they're probably not going to send me 2, but it's really funny. Alright, QREM was... I think I know where QREM is without even looking it up. It's where I thought Kubfu was. Yeah, inside here, inside this cave area. Shiny for a second. I'm like, what? No. Because they mentioned Icy Cave, and this is the only Icy Cave I can think of. An Umbreon? Yeah, it is. Okay. Just fight a wall, asshole. Yep, there's QREM right there. Man, these things look so... They look so small compared to what they're... Like, you're led to believe they are. Now, I think once I catch these, I could get the DNA splicers from the auction house. It's also not really worth it. I'm not going to be using them, so... It's actually using the alternate version of the theme for QREM here. Where it adds in the extra notes. Like how this is still a global Twitch emote when it was meant to coincide with the 2023 World Championships. That's gonna be one of the ones that get removed in like several weeks or months, years, whatever. Come on. Come on. Let's get a move on here. Yo, we're at max power here. There's nothing I could do to make this easier unless it was asleep instead of paralyzed. So is it true in Legend ZA you could just completely knock a Pokemon out and still catch it? Because apparently if you take a Pokemon down to 0 HP, they get knocked out and still on the field. And it makes me wonder if you could just, like, instantly capture it afterwards. Oh my god, dude, come on. Bro, wait, come on, what are you doing? Why is it not even, like, attempting it? I don't know. I don't know, man. There's nothing I can do to make this any easier at this point. It's either I catch it or I don't. God damn it. Watch it be like Punch Out recovers HP if it falls. That would actually be pretty good, because then you don't have to worry about losing one that you really want. Oh, this is ass. Throw a normal Pokeball? Okay, why not? Let's put some luck on this. No. Alright, let's go back to Dusk Balls. I mean, that's less of a chance to capture it, so I feel like it's not worth it. Sleep and Freeze is better, but I don't have anything that can inflict those right now. Come on! You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Come on. Get this shit. There we go. Why was that one so rough compared to the others? If Pokemon get low on health in between battles, just press the minus button. Some of your trainer will eat a chocolate bar that'll heal your Pokemon. Yeah, I know that. Sleep also doesn't last despite being reliable. Yeah. And freeze is just very hard to pull off. Freeze seems to, like, never take effect when you try using it. There's no moves that prioritize freezing over doing damage. The Crowsma's apparently here somewhere. Lunala's at the lake. Where I was actually looking before, like over here. So I just missed it. It's just 4 left. Look at all those Goomies. God, getting the shiny Dondozo here was a pain. Daniel, 4 left. I think it's up here. It's on one of the high spots, I believe. But not that one. Gambler. We know Gamba tonight. That's tomorrow night when I play the lottery. I looked over here, didn't I? There was nothing up here. Got really itchy. There it is. Say it. Never had Luna. I don't even know what types Lunala is. Wait, is it Ghost? Can I not hit it with false swipe? Yeah, I can't hit it with false swipe. Cromch. Doesn't Lunala, don't Lunala and Solgaleo have, like really high catch rates, though? Compared to other legendaries, just because they're part of the story? Or do they change that? Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Ha. I'm following you after you caught it, but it got out of the ball too quick. Aw. Oh well. Yeah, you can't trust the legendaries to catch in, but thank you for following. I appreciate it. It's getting to the end of the stream, and I just want to finish this now. There's still 3 more to go after this. 1, 2, 3. Fuck! Dream Eater on a Pokemon that's not asleep. There we go. It's 3, so not very high. Okay. Way behind the Pokemon games. Just got Scarlet a week ago and Screamtail, a new evolution from Jigglypuff. No, not sorta. Not really. You'll find out what the deal with those is at the very end of the game. But you will find 1 or 2 of them ahead of time. Okay. Necrozma is up here somewhere. Realization that Lunala could learn Splash because of Cosmog. Yep. Well, that also means Solgaleo can learn Splash, which is even funnier. Necrozma's on a cliff face somewhere. Probably like right here. It's flat. Oh, that's a pseudo Widow. I was like, is that someone? Actually, what if that's still an option with swapping out moves with the game, even though no Cosmog? Actually, it's a good question. I should check that. You're not Necrozma. Now I'll use the special music from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because that'd be cool. Lino. No, it's not. It's not using the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon beam. It should, even though it's not the awakened form. Turns out you can still transfer in Cosmog, it turns out. Oh, nice. You might found Gym tonight before I came into work, went to the Poké Center to see what to do next. And she just told me to explore the Poké World. Oh, well, if you already beat the gyms, I mean, you could do the champion and close that storyline. But you can't finish the game until you do all 3 of the storylines completely. chuck a rock. Was the Crozma only able to change forms with Z move, or can it still be an Ultra in this? I don't know. I don't remember what makes it become Ultra form. Doesn't it combine with one of the two, Oh no, that's actually a separate thing entirely. I forgot that the, Solgaleo and Lunala Necrozmas are, like, just completely different forms. I knew you could get those. I mean, Gyms, the Legends, the Team Star, whatever they're called, yeah. Essentially, there's one for each type. So there's 18 total, and you have to do all 18. The thing to remember is that once you've finished one story, you have to fight, a final boss of that story to consider it cleared. You'll get, like, a splash screen. You'll get, like, a banner on the screen saying, like road, path to power, or whatever it's called. Treasure hunt, clear. Once you've cleared all three, you'll get the go-ahead to go in the final story. And the final area is really good. The final stretch of the game is really fun. Yeah, I just looked it up. It does transform after using Z moves, so rip. Fusions are still here, yeah. Yeah, we know the Pokemon's hit 3 times. I wonder how multi-hit moves work in ZA. That's gonna be really weird. If you could just, like, move out of the way of them. Ah, fuck. Didn't actually mean to hit the table there. I hit my leg, and my hand grazed the table. Fuck, man, come on. I'm okay. I just want this fucker to. I just want these last few fuckers to, like, go down easily here. If I can wrap this up. Yo, bro, come on, enough with that. One of those per battle, and then you get caught. I'll say that's one good thing about Pokemon Go. When you see how many times a ball shakes after hitting with under a specific circumstance, it never goes down. So, like, if you throw a great ball and you get a nice throw, and it shakes twice and then it breaks out, as long as you are doing that same thing, nice throw with a great ball, you will never get less than 2 shakes. Wow, I critical captured it after all that. It's amazing that does work on legendaries for some reason. Kinda hate the Sun and Moon legendaries aren't officially considered Ultra Beasts for some reason, even though they are Ultra Beasts, yeah. Well, it's like how, well, I don't want to spoil this game for anyone that hasn't beaten it, but there's legendaries in this game that aren't considered part of, like, the group of Pokemon that show up. Ah, my friggin' knuckle, man. Ow. Alright, we got 2 more left, and then I could finally close the book on this game for good. Ice Horse, Ghost Horse. Southern part of Glaciato Mountain, northwest of some ruins. Really? How am I supposed to find that? Like, over here, I guess. The trading card game has the Ultra Beast label on them, but it doesn't count, apparently. What? How? Okay, it's probably down here. There's the ruins, and it's in the southern part, so... Another Spirit Tomb! I didn't realize there were so many spots that the thing could spawn in this game. Also, Delibird can fly, apparently. It gets even more confusing. How? Because normal Necrozma in the TCG is not an Ultra Beast, but the fusions in Ultra Necrozma are. Oh. Like how Iron Bundle flies according to the books in the Academy. Okay, wait a minute. Really hard to tell in this image. There's like a small brown part, but it doesn't match up to anything that's in this image that's like around here. So I have no idea what this thing is. Last year can be found on the southern part of Glaciato Mountain, northwest of some ruins. Well, here are the ruins. So northwest would be up here. Oh, it's right there. Haunts. It's really funny that Calyrex is not in this game, but the two... You know why? It's because you can only choose one of these in Sword and Shield. So they put them in this game to make up for that. Peter, the horse is here. Beast Balls are the only Pokeballs that have a catch rate less than 1. Yes, for normal Pokemon. This was mostly in the games with stuff like the Beast Balls not having increased effectiveness like the main UBs. Horses are back for a limited time. Okay, this thing could use Double Edge, so that's not good. Why does it do like the whip crack sound effect from like Johnny Test when that move goes off? I just noticed. I just noticed that now. one of the don't even. It's one of the most forgettable battle themes in the series. Yeah, no, the version when Calrex is riding them is really good, where it's like the more like regal sounding version of this theme. But this song itself is like kind of garbo because it's, again, these are nothing Pokemon. They exist as half of a more appealing combination. Oh god, it confused itself? Oh no. This thing's a catchable nightmare. Literally. Danger to itself, just like a real horse. Knocks itself out. Oh, I know the perfect name for this thing then. Oh, right, you don't ask if you want to name them anymore. They just get sent straight to the box. It's an option you could change, true. I forgot I had it set that way, though. Alright, so there's one more left and we're done. Spectre can be found next to some ruins along the Great Crater of Paldea's boundary. Southwest of the... Oh, okay, so it's not even close to here. Southwest of the Pokemon Center and okay, southwest. So right there. That's only the only spot it could be in. I'm not gonna fly to that pit thing because it's gonna be underground and I don't want to have to go through that. It's funny that you could still use that building to go down into Area 0, even though you could just jump down there. It's like right there. No, no, no! Come on, man. I don't want to do this. Get away. I like how we're fighting right between the fucking horse. Why does it look like Gita? I just realized Gita looks exactly like this fucking horse. Remember how we all thought she was gonna be evil? And then she's just kind of a weird person who likes torturing Larry. Which I guess does make her kind of evil. Oh wait, this is Ghost. I can't use fucking, Like how I looked up horses are back for a limited time, even got results of tweets from a YouTuber, you know, because they reference it a lot. You gotta work on me, buddy. False Strike's not going to work on this thing. Oh wait, low kick's not gonna work either. It's ghost type. Fuck. Ogerpon's not able to really do much here. Ivy Cudgel will probably take it out in one hit, though. Yeah, it did. Alright. Valentine, you're a horse. Why? Valentine, you're a horse. I get it, it's rarity. Valentine, you're a rarity. But I like... Why does it say the word horse at the bottom? Like, what? I feel like that's edited. I feel like the word horse was not there originally, and that's the joke. You know what? We've come this far, I've earned a treat. I've earned one treat. Why not? I know people hate using Master Balls. It's just like, I don't know. I don't mind using it when the situation, when it's like absolutely necessary. Like right now it's late. I want to stop playing. But that should be everything, right? Yeah. So now I wonder, do you get like a special little message from what's-his-face if we go back there? Alright, let's just fly back to Unova real quick. Howdy, Karma. Sorry I'm late. There was a power interruption. Oh, shit. Sorry to hear that. I've got a knack for Pokemon battles myself, I tell you, where I did my glory days. Me and my partner Arbok were known to be unbeatable back in the parts where I came from. Oh, that's really all you gotta say, man? My snacks are actually made using fairly ordinary ingredients. Pokemon must love them so much because of the care I put into making them. Imagine how happy the Pokemon will be as I craft each treat. There's more than one thing I like using it on in funny situations, that's true. Sorry. No, don't apologize, Karma. It's fine. Getting all the snacks. Of course, I can't understand the tongues of Pokemon, but when our eyes meet, it still feels as though I can guess what they're thinking. Don't you find that to be the case, Michael? Life's a real mystery sometimes, ain't it? Need a secret battle with them where he has a team of 6 Arceuses of different types. Old Snackwart's been all over the world. I've walked many routes, and not only in Paldea. There are so many lands to explore and so many tasty snacks to discover in each one. Okay, I think we've... Michael, what a delight to see you again. Sure puts a smile on my face and a tune to my lips. Here, I reckon you know this one. Oh, give me a home where the bouffalante roam, where the deerling and sawsbuck still play. God damn it! Why did this game make me sing at the very end? All right, I think we've hit the point of diminishing returns here, and I think we've hit the point of me being done with this game. The literally only thing I have not done is the Herba Mystica, the sweet Herba Mystica for Saguaro. Never did that. If I had done that, I would have considered this game like 100%. Again, 99% complete. So I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to coming back here at some point to transfer Pokemon out and do other stuff. You have a lovely old man singing voice. Please don't say that. I'll probably come back at some point to transfer Pokemon out or do something in here. I know I'm going to end up helping people. That said, I'm going to go see if I can get my prize here. So what do I have to do this? Do I actually have to transfer the Pokemon in for this to work? Or, like, does the game... You have to transfer them all into home. To get... Oh, to get the bonus? Okay, well, fuck that. I'm not doing that. What do we got here? League. Points. Yeah, nothing really going on with Switch Online. Switch has been, like, dead quiet the last couple weeks here. Anyway. That's the stream. Where's my PNG tuber? Oh, I'm not in my main capture, that's why. Anyway, that's the stream. I'm gonna head out. We have more or less gotten exactly where I wanted to be. I do wish I had 100%ed Visions of Mana last night, but I'm still willing to go back and get those remaining, what was it, like 5 or 6 Elemental Aries and finish those up. Wish they would do third-party Switch icons, because Street Fighter ones would be neat. Yeah, they would. But starting tomorrow and Friday, Pokemon Legends ZA. I won't be here Saturday. Next week will be a ton of ZA. And then on the weekend next week, I'm going to start Katamari when that comes out. And then Halloween stuff after that. So lots coming up. Most of what I'm going to be starting in the next week is going to carry over into November. At the end of November, Kirby Air Ride comes out. Kirby Air Riders. And we'll see where things go from there. But as always, I'm going to thank you all for coming, as I usually do. Usually, anyway. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. There are a couple people streaming there right now. Anyone that I have not rated yet. No. Who's actually streaming right now? Where's that sound coming from? Which stream is that sound coming from? Alright, you know what? Let's raid the Board Plays. Because it looks like they've been going for a couple hours. And they could probably use the company. So, let's go ahead, get them a raid, say hi to them. Take care. I will see you tomorrow night with Pokemon Legends. And then, yeah. Lots more coming up. Good night, everyone.